What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? My name is Cosmos, and welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a tutorial on how to improve your building speed and basically making sure that you can make the most out of building and hopefully come on top of most of your gunfights within Fortnite. Building is a huge part of Fortnite, and if you're going to want to win games and win them easily even, and win a lot more than you have, these tips are going to help you a lot because building will win you games. If you can build fast, you'll have the advantage over all your enemies, and it's going to be a very easy for you guys to get wins, okay? I'm telling you that right now. So make sure you do smash the like button, subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing that you're going to want to know is how to actually maximize the amount of materials you're getting, because you're going to want to have a lot of materials if you're going to be building. So I do have a strategy guide on my channel which gives you guys an insane strategy on getting a whole bunch of wood and brick, and basically if you use the strategy that I used, you'll be set, okay? Like, trust me, you get so much so early on in the game, you won't even have to worry about it later on. Like, trust me, it's crazy. And basically, you guys can go check that out. It will be linked inside of the description. But anyway, that is the first thing right there. You're going to want to make sure you do maximize that by using that tip. The second one is you're going to know when to use brick, when to use wood, and when to use metal. There's different situations that I use all of these in, and I'm going to go through with them with you guys right now. So basically, wood, I usually use wood for gunfights. So if I'm going ahead and I'm building up stairs or building up a little mini base that is not going to be just a temporary base, I'll usually use wood. Wood, it's easy to get, and usually if you kill other enemies, they'll have a lot of it as well. So wood's more of expendable than the other one. So if you're just using it for a temporary purpose, then I'll go ahead and use that. Now, I use brick basically maybe some gunfights, or if I'm building a big base that I'm usually going to stay in at the end, towards the end of the game. Even if it's just a temporary base towards the end of the game, I would usually use brick, because people are going to be more set up, and they're going to have a whole bunch of rocket launchers and grenade launchers that will take down wood way too easily. So a brick base would be a lot better for that if you're going to go ahead and build. So basically, that is really good right there. If you want to use brick for any of those purposes, you can use that. Wood, I would only use it for temporary bases and just building up for other purposes that you are not going to be using. But for metal, this is going to be where you want to conserve it as much. So metal is really hard to get, and it is really good, okay? So metal is the strongest material, and it is probably the rarest that you will be getting. You won't have stacks of this. You might if you get really lucky, but you're going to want to be using this if you're building up a large base that you're going to be staying in for a large period of time. That's really the only time I use metal, or maybe if I don't have any of the other materials, I'll use metal. But metal is really, I strictly use it just for building bases. I don't use it for much else, because I do find that it does take a little bit longer to build as well, like to fully build and fully get max health. So I don't usually use it for like just building temporary bases or just building in gunfights. I'd rather use wood or brick for those two purposes. But for the main purpose of building a base that I want to be strong and stable and last maybe a few rocket launcher shots, which will give me a chance to jump out of it before it all falls down and collapses on me, I would go ahead and use metal for that. Now, they're really just the basics, and now I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to actually get it faster and how to build up faster, build your bases faster, and all of that stuff. So, obviously, if you're wanting to go ahead and build a quick, small base that you don't really want to go ahead and stay in for too much longer, just stay there for the zone until the next zone comes, maybe a minute, maybe two, I don't know. If you guys want that, you're going to want to either use your brick or your wood. If you can use brick, definitely use brick, but if you don't have enough brick and you want to have some spare of each, you don't want to go to zero on any of them, you want to make sure that you do have spare just in case you really need them. But if you do have enough brick to go ahead and build up a little base, I would do that. You're going to want to make sure that you have the high ground over everyone else. So if you go ahead and build this little base, I usually go a 1x1 base, and then I put stairs all around the outside to kind of spread it out a little bit, and that's basically what I use for that. But I also go ahead and sometimes I just don't bother at all and just do a 1x1 and just have stairs in the middle. So the best way I do this is I just put my materials around in a 1x1 kind of thing, and then I just build one lot of stairs, then repeat. It depends how high I want to go. I usually don't want to go too high, because if I jump down, then we could have some problems with health there. But that is the way that I like to build my little kind of mini forts, I guess. And the bigger forts are usually a little bit bigger, and yeah, I usually use metal for that towards the end of games. But that is my little strategy there to improve it, because you don't want to be building a huge fort that you're not going to really be in for much longer. So to improve the speed of you actually building the fort, I would recommend you actually going ahead and just making a little 1x1 with, if you want, you can have stairs going around the outside. But now this is a little PC trick that I got here for you guys on PC, or even if you are using keyboard and mouse. Basically, there is a really it's really good trick that it's not really a trick. It's like you can actually change your controls and what you want to do what, and you can go ahead and change what button. Just say I press E on my keyboard, it will take out stairs instead of just taking out the normal wall. It can take out stairs, which will improve it a little bit. If you're in a gunfight and you just press your specific hotkey that you want for stairs, you can have stairs a lot faster than you would when you have to scroll down to stairs from the wall. And this really speeds up how fast you can actually go ahead and build stairs. And if you can build stairs fast, you'll have the high ground on your enemy before they can even think about building anything. And it's a really good strategy that I use. For me, I have one of my mouse buttons as stairs, and I just have my Q button as my build slot 1, which is obviously the wall. So stairs and the wall are the most things that I use, and that's all I have hotkeys for. But if you like using other things, you can also have different mouse keys that you want for those other items that you want to build for. Just say maybe just the flat plank, or if you want anything else, that is a little whatever. You can just customize it to whatever feels best to you, which obviously if you go ahead and test it around, see what's the fastest for you, then you can go ahead and do that. And that, in my opinion, is the fastest way to go ahead and actually improve your building skills in Fortnite. Hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to smash the like button below. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. Chuck the notification bell. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.